Don't look now, but St. Louis is a hub for all sorts of startups, tech businesses, and otherwise. Greetable.com is one of those companies. They got an Arch grant. Joey Fisher, founder of Greetable.com, welcome, and thanks for joining us.
Thanks, McGraw. Great to be here.
Zoe Scharf, is that correct?
That's right.
You are from New York, and you're a partner with this, and you moved to St. Louis?
I did move to St. Louis originally to go to Washington University in St. Louis and stuck around after I graduated.
And you've been here how long?
Well, I guess including college, it's been a little over 7 years now, but really in the real world for about 3.
And how is St. Louis treating you?
I love it here.
Right?
I really do. Yeah, at first I was surprised, and now it's just my favorite place, and I would not leave. I think Arch grants and programs like that have really made it possible for Greetable to do really well in a city like St. Louis.
All right, Joe, what is Greetable.com?
Well, Greetable is it's a new consumer product. It's basically a greeting card that folds up into a little gift box. So you can add, you can have a nice handwritten message and add a gift card or jewelry or a treat, something like that, and really kind of wrap that in a kind of an adorable little package.
How did you come up with this crazy idea?
Well, I was trying to think of something special to do for a couple of friends whose weddings were coming up, and I always give a handwritten message and a check, and I just wanted to kind of jazz that up a little bit. So I kind of thought maybe the gift can be the message can be the gift, and it worked.
It's a perfect box for just a message, right? You can just
Absolutely.
It's basically a greeting card that you fold into a box and then mail.
Correct.
Can I mail this actual box?
You can mail it. We suggest kind of either wrapping it up, or we have a little shipping kit that goes along with it that kind of gives it the perfect kind of protection that it needs through the mail.
Now, it's no disrespect. It feels kind of flimsy. Will it make it through the mail? My mailman is
Get
kind
right
of
to the point, McGraw.
Right. We spent a lot of time. We actually it's a very, very thick paper compared to any other greeting card out there, and the way it kind of folds into itself, it kind of doubles and triples the support. So it will make it through. We've done it. We've had customers tell us that how great it worked and everything like that. But we found the shipping kit specifically to give it that added protection.
Let me tell you why I like this, because I ship a lot of gifts because I'm not from here either. So anytime it's a birthday or anniversary, I have to ship a gift.
Oh, yeah.
So I have to wrap. I love to gift wrap, but it gets messed up in the mail. So this is perfect because the box is decorated, if you can't see it right now. So there's different shapes and designs on the box. So it looks, need wrapping, and this is perfect.
It's based on the idea that everyone prefers a gift over an envelope, right? So this can actually turn the message into a gift that's not as flat and, gets lost in the pile of mail.
Okay, Joe found it. How did you get on board?
My background's in graphic design. That's what I studied at WashU. And after I had worked at this job called Explain for a while, I was freelancing for a bit. Joe was my first client, and I started as a contract designer for about 6 months and loved the idea so much I asked him if I could join on board full-time, and after about 6 months that did happen. So since January, I've been full-time. Before that, I was spending some time as a partner.
Joe, you came home to start this company, did you not?
That's correct. Yeah, I was actually working on a startup in London, and Mumbai, and basically spent a year over there and was wanting to come back to the U.S. and didn't really know that all the stuff that was going on in St. Louis. But once I stuck around long enough to find out, it was a slam dunk here.
So it's designed to be just a card folded into a box, or you can put a ring, you can put a check, you can put a picture.
Absolutely. Chocolates or a gift card or, all kinds of things.
Is it only one size, or are there bigger sizes?
It is one size right now. That's one of the most common questions we get, and it fits really nicely in kind of a normal envelope and things like that. There's a couple of reasons there, but we do want to explore different sizes.
All right. So first of all, how do we get Greetables.com?
We're at our website, Greetable.com,
right.
As well as we're in 8 stores locally and some in California and whatnot. So like Luso and Clayton, Ladue Pharmacy, Art Mart, Bowood Farms,
Left
Left
Bank
Bank
Books.
Books.
Zoe's
absolutely.
passing you a note there.
We've got a list of all our retail stores.
Put it in a box, right?
You should put it in a box.
And we're also in Fern and Sycamore out in Washington, which is a really cool store. So
And so if there are stores that sort of want this specialty item, they call you guys and say, we'd like to be a supplier?
yeah, absolutely. We we reach out to people from time to time, but we also get a lot of incoming queries about it too. And it works really nicely if if a store sells jewelry or something like that. It works really well.
Yeah.
We actually just got inquiries from California and Australia, so we just started expanding really beyond St. Louis in the last couple months.
Right.
Talk about some of the designs, Zoe, that you did on these boxes. So any occasion or...
Yeah, absolutely. We tried to make them universally appealing. So the idea is that we have different designs for different occasions, but There's not any very specific poem or anything on the inside that might isolate an audience or make someone not relate to the card. They really just say very basic concepts on the inside. But I do have a big love and appreciation for graphic design, and so we've worked with about 6 other contract designers who have really excelled in their backgrounds and their history in graphic design, and they're really creating things that people have enjoyed. We have some that are bestsellers. People really seem to love the St. Louis one that you've got over there. People also really love, we have one that's a donut-themed greetable. We have one that's a pizza-themed greetable. Some that get a little bit goofier because people seem to relate to that, but also just classic, good design.
I mean, the possibilities are endless.
That's
really,
right,
when you think
yeah.
about it. I mean, you could have a St. Louis one, you could have a Kansas City one, you could have a Denver one, a Chicago one. Right, I mean, that's the idea.
Absolutely. We also teamed up with Maginating, who's an award-winning greeting card designer that recently also moved to St. Louis and did a line with his artwork, with Brad Wood's artwork on our platform. So it's really more of a platform. The graphic design itself is possibilities are.
Talk for a moment about the startup community here in St. Louis, because we hear that it's fantastic. We hear about Arch grants, but really, how much has that helped you as a startup company?
It's just unbelievably helpful. I would encourage you to come down to T-Rex sometimes and just see the 100+ companies that are in one building that's subsidized by kind of a partnership among a couple different entities. And we meet people every day there. Tour buses come through of executives that want to see what's going on there. My point is, it's real. It's very real. And things like Arch grants, which we mentioned, is there's no one else in the country that's doing things like that.
What I've also noticed about a lot of my graduate friends who graduated around the same time as me at WashU, they've all moved to bigger cities. A lot of them are in San Francisco or New York, who are pursuing similar endeavors as Greetable, not necessarily in the same realm, but their own startups, their own businesses,
Right.
and they're drowning out there. There aren't the resources. It's inundated with people who have interesting ideas, and that's great. It's inspiring, and it's really cool. But what's cool about St. Louis is that there's the community. There are a lot of other people who are willing to help you. There are the resources, but you also have room to grow, and everybody's supporting you and cheering you on.
Well, and I'm sorry, but starting a company in Silicon Valley has got to cost you a fortune.
Our runway's a lot longer
to
here.
Get to work.
If it hasn't been done already.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
here you can actually live on a shoestring and actually have a nice life while you're trying to start the company.
Absolutely. And the other part of that is the support from within the community that's not necessarily the startup community itself. So mentors, advisors, investors, things like that. I mean, it is just absolutely incredible the kind of support that we get.
We should also say that you're in a building that basically went belly up, right? It's that old department store building downtown that's being repurposed for this next generation.
Well, the T-Rex recently moved into the Lambert building on Washington Avenue.
Okay.
But we were in the old Macy's building.
Yeah.
Correct.
But that is the mentality of St. Louis, repurposing and taking old things.
Some St. Louisans.
Some St. Louisans, yeah,
Other
that's
ones want to
right.
tear it down and start over.
And we vote repurpose. That's what we're all about. But I do appreciate how all the old buildings have turned into something more beautiful, and people can appreciate that here.
In terms of repurposing, if somebody sends me a greetable box, can I scratch out my name and put somebody else's name on it and just send it down the line?
Well, McGraw, I
Only
really
you would ask
appreciate
that
you just bought a
question.
new one. But
Oh, okay. So,
Good answer.
So we want to repurpose some things, not everything. Right? Okay.
well, it's a
Building.
keepsake. You got to hang on to that.
Not where they profit.
All right. How do we get them? Can we buy multiples? How do we go about doing
Absolutely.
this?
Go to our website. It's greetable.com, GREETABL.com. We're also on Facebook and everything else out there. And or visit one of our local shops. These are local, independently owned shops, and kind of keep it buy American and support your local community.
It's a great story. Greetable.com, GREATABL.com. Joe Fisher, founder, and Zoe Sarf.
That's right.
You got it. Guys, you're always welcome here. Let us know anything going on, and we'll talk to you down the road.
Great.
Great.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you guys so
You
much.
got it. 848 here, Big 550.